All right, I'm going to read directly from the book. Now, this is apparently the way they served it back in the 40s, and that's someplace I want to visit, the Brown Hotel. That's a cool, cool place. Anyhow, here we go. And here's what it says in here. It says, for some reason, this sandwich, the brown sandwich, hot, seems to be more popular than the cold brown sandwich, and visitors to Brown Hotel will often order this without even consulting the menu. I like it in winter on a cold day, but I am still partial to the cold brown sandwich when the weather's hot. And here is their ingredient. Now we're going to cut it down to a quarter because we're just eating what we're eating today. And there are so many ways you can mix this up, but we're going to do a very simple cream sauce today. Now what we're going to do is we're going to melt our butter in the saucepan.
2 tablespoons, right?
2 tablespoons. Careful not to burn. Now I'm making the whole portion of cream. This is going to be much more than we need, but so many things we can use cream sauce in, and we are so excited. We're using a Chardonnay for this, a dry white wine. We've got some folks who we're going to talk to very shortly who make wine in Kentucky, but guess what?
What?
All Kentucky grapes.
It's good wine too, isn't it?
How about that? That's our little secret. We'll have to tell you about that very shortly. All right, we're going to get our butter melted. Now we're going to thicken that up. I wouldn't say we're going to make a roux because we're just going to let it get thick. Then when that starts to thicken up, if you will start to pour that warm milk in there.
You ready?
A little bit at a time. Just keep on thickening that up. Interesting.
Looks how it is.
Keep on mixing that in. We're going to keep breaking this up and stirring that in until it thickens. It's starting to thicken up nicely.
More milk?
Go ahead. Yep. And then the rest of it will be good to go. Yep. Now the one thing about the hot brown, if you've ever had one, you know that it's cheesy. We are not going to spare any cheese here. All right, I'm going to let this go for about 5 minutes, really stirring until it really breaks up.
It's getting thick.
And then we're going to add about a third of a cup. Is that about a third of a cup?
I'd say it is.
We've worn our measurements off the side of our measurement cup. We need to get it on. See how it's thickening up nicely? Come back with our cream. And I don't know, a tablespoon or 2 of white wine. This is Chardonnay.
I can't wait to taste this.
Now with this, like I said, we're not going to spare on the cheese. I'm going to take some Parmesan cheese. Thicken it up just a bit. You're a good helper.
Thank you.
You're like my right arm and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. She cuts bait too. Okay, white pepper, just a dash. All right, look at that. Does that look yummy?
It does.
I'm gonna come back with a little bit of, add white pepper, now I'm gonna put a little black pepper, because Glenn Thompson, my buddy, likes lots of pepper.
He said you can't have enough pepper, doesn't he?
He gets on me for my pepper usage. Now let's take our yellow grated American cheese. Let's go ahead and we're making the full cheesy deal.
Putting that in here?
We're gonna put that in there.
How much?
And we're gonna melt it. Put all of it in there.
Really?
We're gonna melt that in there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take some of my turkey and I'm gonna put a generous portion. Okay, now cover with a 1/4 cup of sauce. All right, now it says to place a 1/4 cup of sauce, but you know what?
Just load it up.
Load it up. We put this in a Lodge pan because we're going to take it out and eat it out of the pan. Now, place my 2 strips of bacon because we're hungry and because it's Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We do what we want. It says a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese on top of that. How about that? Now, can you imagine the melty goodness of this? It says if you have individual shallow baking dishes, either pottery or copper, use them. This sandwich should really be served in the dish in which it was browned. That's the perfect little pan for that. All right, we're gonna slide it in. All right, we're bubbling and boiling, and I'm seeing, why don't you take a look at that?
Wow, yummy.
Oh, you smell that little bit of heaven right there? Now this is just that's your hot brown. This is out of a 1940s book. So that recipe, when our parents were kids,
Yeah.
tiny kids, they were serving this, and I don't know how far back that goes, but look what a cheesy bunch. Can you smell that off of there? The bacon and the cheese, and we can even smell the smoked turkey in there. All right, we're ready to try this. It's still hot, so be careful.
That's yummy.
Oh my, there's nothing to that. And the flavors that all combine.